Thanks to TimeTech, I will be giving away a 16GB DDR4 RAM kit to 2 lucky winners to celebrate 500 subscribers. Find the link to enter in the description below. So we're getting to that time of year where sales on computer hardware are starting to go up, but despite this, graphics cards and CPUs are still really expensive. So how can you get decent performance without breaking the bank? Well, if you're looking for the right hardware, you can actually build a fully capable PC for relatively little money. So what should you be looking for? Okay, so just a forewarning, we'll only be discussing GPUs in this video. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So the first step you can take towards finding a good GPU for a good price is broadening your search. Now by that I mean not specifically looking for new parts. Looking on eBay is a great place to find used parts for less money. So a great used card to look out for in my opinion is the GTX 970. Now despite this card's 3.5GB controversy, it's still an excellent card for the $120 to $170 that it can be found for. With 16 64 CUDA cores and a base clock speed of 1050 MHz, this card, despite being over 4 years old, is still a performance beast. Having performance roughly equivalent to a 1063GB, you'd be paying 1050 Ti money for 1060 class performance, which is a steal. So moving on from the 970, another great card to look out for is the AMD R9 290X. With 2816 cores, clocked at 1000 MHz and 4GB of GDDR5, this card also has performance similar to a 1063GB, but can be found for between $70 to $140. But the main downside of this card is that it draws power like crazy. With a TDP of 290 watts, a beefy power supply is required if you're looking to buy one of these cards, but for the price point that it's at, it's still an excellent card for 1080p gaming. Another great used card for gaming at 1080p is a GTX 780 Ti. For its price point of between $80 to $160, this card packs in 2880 CUDA cores clocked at 875 MHz with 3GB of GDDR5 VRAM. Now if you're looking on eBay, there's a lot of Founders Edition flavors being sold, and if you're interested in buying a 780 Ti, I would personally avoid these cards as the sellers are charging way more than they're worth. But if you look around a bit, there are some cheaper cards that are much more value conscious. So buying used cards is nice and all, but what if you'd rather buy new? Well, there's still tons of great deals out there too. Naturally, since you'd be buying cards new, the prices of these will generally be higher, but even so, there are still some excellent priced cards. To begin, we're starting with the AMD RX 570. Now, because of the holiday deals, this card can be found for anywhere between $150 to $200, and for its price, it's an excellent 1080p card. Rocking 2048 CUDA cores clocked at 1168 MHz with 4GB of GDDR5, this card provides very playable results at 1080p and high settings. Not only does this card perform excellently out of the box and include support for all the modern APIs, it's also overclockable, meaning that you can squeeze even more performance out of it. So besides the RX 570, another great card to look out for is the GTX 1050 Ti. Now for the price that it's going for, that being between $160 to $200, I wouldn't really recommend buying this card over the RX 570, but if prices are at or below $150, this card is a steal. With 768 CUDA cores clocked at 1291 MHz and 4GB of GDDR5 memory, this card performs excellently at 1080 and 900p. To check out benchmarks for the 1050 Ti, click on the card in the upper right hand corner to watch our latest 1050 Ti review. So from my experience with the 1050 Ti, it's an excellent card, but at its current price without sales, it's kinda hard to recommend over the RX 570 and RX 470. So although the newer cards list is definitely shorter, if you're looking for cards that are cheaper, then looking at AMD's RX 560 and RX 470 as well as the GTX 1063GB are still very viable choices if you're looking to play modern games. But ultimately, the deals are going to be found when you're looking on the used market. If you're on a tight budget and are either looking to build a new system or upgrade your current one, looking used might be the best place to find decent power at a decent price. Older cards such as the HD 7970 and GTX 770 might be older, but their price to performance ratio is much higher than on a newer card. So ultimately, you can find both new and used cards at an excellent price, but if you're under budgetary constraints, looking used might be a better option. It really all just boils down to what level of power you're looking for. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you'll be notified about all our future uploads. And also tell us, when you were searching for hardware to build your PC, did you buy a new graphics card or did you buy something older? And to be honest, I'm just interested to see what you guys buy, because honestly it kind of interests me because I prefer to buy things new, but I know a lot of my friends prefer to buy older things because they're cheaper, but that's just me. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.